There is variation in Nimzo Indian that lately I see more and more becomes more and more popular. This is d4, knight f6, c4, e6, knight c3, bishop b4, and f3. There's a group of grandmasters that keep playing this for white, and I play on the internet. I see more and more played by the relatively strong players. And here is some ideas that I introduced to you in opening repertoire. I want to develop them and refine them a little more. So d5 is the main move here, and that's what we want to play in order to stop e4. d5, white plays a3, bishop e7, white goes e4, and that's what the white's idea was. Anytime white plays f3 in the opening theory, in different openings, f3 may be played with one idea only, to go e4. Otherwise, you cannot justify taking the f3 square away from your knight. So after e4, d takes e, f takes e, black goes e5, and obviously white is not going to play d takes e, because queen takes d1, followed by knight g4. So this is not good for white. d5 is the main move in bishop c5. Now, in this position, there are two moves for, actually three moves for white. The main move is knight f3. Now, let's look at move like bishop e2. On bishop e2, we play knight g4, threatening knight f2, and when white plays bishop takes g4, we go queen h4, g3, queen takes g4, with a very good position for white. So that's why white doesn't play bishop e2. They play knight f3 as a main move, but let's look at bishop g4 as well. Now we can go bishop d4, or even go h6, bishop h4, and now bishop to d4. White continues development. Notice that if white goes knight e2, black goes bishop g4. So white goes bishop d3 before they play knight e2. And on bishop d3, we play here. Well, this is the position that we have to play very accurately for white. On knight e2, we want to play bishop g4. That's the main idea, to keep the bishop alive on d4 square. The reason why we played h6, there is a reason. When we get kicked from d4 square, we want to have e3 square for black bishop. So the main continuation goes here. If white goes knight e2, well, black's move. Black can go castle, and on knight e2 we can simply go bishop g4. And if white goes h3, we can simply take on e2. And if knight takes on e2, we can go bishop to e3. This is okay position for black. And after knight g3, we can go g6, and followed by knight d7. And if we need, we're going to go bishop g5. This is okay position for black, and black is doing fine here, having no problems. So here is practically no novelties here. Well, so main move is knight f3. The best way to play against the knight f3 move, bishop g4, pinning the f3 knight. And this is very important because we want to make sure we get the d4 square for a bishop in the future. So, and after h3, bishop takes f3, queen takes f3, we play knight to d7, and on bishop d3, we just simply go a5 to stop b4 move. After a5, white goes bishop d2, black castles, and white castles long. Now, this position is also interesting. Well, black has difficulties immediately storm on a queen side, so the good move here is knight e8. This was already played in the game between two grandmasters. King b1, knight to d6, and after rook c1, queen to e7, and after rook h to e1. That's how it was played in that game. Black played a4, and they have a very, very good position. What happened later in the game that black played c6, they took on d5 when knight wasn't here, go knight b6, put pressure on c4 pawn, later take on d5 possibly. White does not have any constructive plan. White has great difficulties to achieve any progress. So we like black's position here, and I would gladly play it myself. Maybe bishop d4, knight c5. Black has good chances on the queen side. They have a lot of outposts for the knights. Position is closed, and bishops are not nearly as strong as the knights are. So this is very satisfactory and good way to play for black against the f3 variation.